We'll start this poem, Just Me. Come to page number 70, 7070. Before starting this poem, few questions are there. If you can see, what are some of the things you like best about yourself? I hope you can answer this well. You know about yourself, you know yourself well, so you can answer that yes, these things are best in me. Okay, we know about our weaknesses and we know about our strengths. I hope you all do. Then next is Harman. I have already sent the recording. Check the channel, YouTube channel of the school. Okay. So next is, if you wanted to improve yourself, what would you want to change about yourself? Make a list. You are not supposed to do this right now. I will tell you when you have to do this. But the question is good. If you want to change something about yourself, if you want to improve, or what do you think, that is there any scope for any improvement in you, or you are just perfect? So it is up to you how you see yourself. I will come to this question, but not now, later. Okay. I hope you know your answer. I hope you are well aware whether you require any improvement or you are just perfect the way you are. Okay. And then last is, you were part of an exciting football match and you lost because one of your teammates did not perform well. How would you react? Describe and draw. In place of drawing, you will write a diary entry. This is going to be your diary entry. Write down diary entry. Write a diary entry. So in this, you were the part of an exciting football match and your team is not able to win. Then what happened? That was because of your teammate. What you would have done? Maybe screamed, shouted, right? Or how you have behaved. You have to write that. It is totally up to you. We will discuss this, but after reading the poem. Okay? So this poem, Just Me, when you realize your true self. Just Me, when you realize your true self. This poem is written by name of the poet Tom Crouch. Poem is written by Tom Crouch. So let's start the poem. I hope you can also explain this poem to me. This poem is about one basketball player. Okay, let us see how he behaves. What are the things he faces? Okay, so let's start. First, I'm going to ask you. I can see Anjani here. Anjani, first stanza you are going to explain me. Okay, as it is very simple. What, according to you, this paragraph means? Okay, so let us start this stanza. From the time I was little, I knew I was great. Cause the people would tell me, you will make it, just wait. So, Anjani, if you have understood this stanza, can you explain?
The poet is explaining that when I was little, I know that I am great.
Okay, you will not use I, use he. Okay,
The poet is saying that when he was little, then he know that he was great. All the people.
how he knew that he was great? Is there someone who told him so?
Cause the people will tell me.
Cause the people would tell me, you will make it, just wait. Yes, Anjani?
The people they tell the poet that he will make it.
Okay, okay. So if I go with first stanza, it is that the poet is saying from the time he was little, from that time he knew that he was great. Means when he was born, when he was able to walk, talk, or understand anything, from that time he knew that he was great. And he how he knew that? Because the people around him, they told him that just wait for your turn, you would do best. Okay, you would be the greatest. Okay, this was the thing which was in his mind from the beginning, from the very beginning, from his childhood only. Okay, maybe this same happens with you also, your friends, your relatives, maybe parents, teachers, they keep on telling you that you are the best, you are the best, you can do it, you are just wait for your turn and then you can do wonders, right? Now it is up to you how you perceive that admiration, how you perceive that appreciation. Let us come to second stanza. Akshima, if you can explain this, I'll read. So next is, but they never did tell me how great I would be if I ever played someone who was greater than me. Can you explain this?
Ma'am, yes. Uh,
Okay.
the point is saying that people never told me that how great he would be. But if he ever played someone, he is thinking that if he ever played someone who was greater than him.
Okay. That's it. Okay, then. So what happened? He said that from the beginning, he has been told that he was the greatest. Okay, and then he said that, but nobody told him that what would happen if he would face someone who would be greater than him. Means in his comparison, when he would face someone who is greater, then how he would behave and then how he would win that game, how he would behave or how he would react that time. Nobody told him because everyone around him, they just told him that you are the best. Nobody is going to defeat you, and your win is ultimate. This is about a basketball player. Okay, that is why I am saying this. That they people around him, they told him that your game is the best. Your game, your techniques are the best. But nobody told him when he would face someone who would be greater than him, what how he would react, how he would face that person. Obviously, if we see, we are not perfect, right? So same way, what would happen if good, someone better come in front of me and then that person scores well, plays well, how would that in front of that person I am going to react? Same way, the poet was asking this, that why nobody told him so that when he would face someone who would be greater than him, how he would face or how he would play against that person. He said that when I am in the backyard, I am king with the ball. To swish all those baskets is no sweat at all. It is common when you are not competing with anyone, right? No competition is there. You are playing all alone. I don't think you require efforts. Yes, efforts are there, but while playing with someone, when you have some opponent, right? Then you play differently. And when you are playing alone, then you play differently. In a competition, suppose there is singing competition, dance competition, declamation, speech, any competition is there. If you are going to speak and there is no opponent, then definitely you are going to be the first, right? No other person is there. And in case other students are also there and you are competing with those students, then definitely there would be so many, you can say, judgments based upon how you presented yourself, content, the way you are speaking. So if no competition is there, how can you declare that you are the best. If you haven't competed, how can you declare that you are the best? And if I talk about our parents, if I talk about my parents, my friends, my relatives, they haven't seen me competing with anyone. For them, I am the best, I am the perfect, right? So they will always say that you are the best, you are the perfect one, because they have never seen me competing with anyone else. Same happened with the poet. He said that when I am in the backyard, when he plays in his backyard, then he said that I am king with the ball. Means nobody can defeat me. How can anyone defeat him when he is playing all alone? At that time, all court is his own. He can run anywhere. He can do anything. No rules, proper rules, right? And then he said that to make a basket, to score, that is a very easy thing you can say for him. Obviously, when no hurdle is there, when nobody is there to stop you, then it is very easy for you to score. If you know about basketball game, you have to score baskets, right? So he said that when he plays in his backyard, at that time he is the king with the ball. Means he is the only one who knows how to play with the ball. And then he said that during that time it is very easy, very simple for him to score baskets. Why it is easy? Why it is very without any sweat? Because there is nobody to stop him, right? Then he said, but all of a sudden, there's a man in my face who doesn't seem to realize that I am king of this place. Now, suddenly, what happens? Suddenly, when he comes to the place where opponents are there, when he starts playing in some competition, right? In that competition, definitely whenever competition is there, you have to face your opponents. Maybe those opponents can be very strong, right? Stronger than you. So then what happened? He said that suddenly when he started participating in competitions, what he realized that there was a man, there was another participant, there was another player, another opponent, there was some opponent, and that opponent was just awesome. And that opponent didn't realize that this man, this boy, is the king with the ball. When he was the king with the ball, when he was all alone. Now, when he was playing with his team, now when he was playing against opponents, that time the opponents they didn't consider him like the king. For them, he is just an opponent. That's it, right? Then he said, so the pressure gets to me. I rush with the ball. My passes to teammates could go through the wall. At that time, reality check came. Means at that time he was under pressure because from the beginning he has heard that he is the best, he is the one who can defeat anyone, perfect and all. And when he continuously heard these things, now he became egoistic, full of, you can say, pride, that yes, nobody can defeat me, I am the best. So when he faced the real challenge at that time, when the opponent considered the poet just just an average player, at that time he said that the pressure came to me. Means he was under pressure, and whenever you are under pressure, I hope you know that you cannot perform well. This is with me. Whenever I am under pressure, I cannot perform well. I try to perform well, but I cannot, right? So same happens, that he said that when he faced the real opponent, at that time the pressure was on him. And then suddenly what happened? His passes were not on point. When he was passing the ball, when he was passing the ball to his teammates, those passes were not at all at point. Means the passes were going in the wrong direction everywhere, but those passes were not reaching to his teammates. If you know, in basketball, ball has to be passed on to someone else, and then they run with the ball, then basket and all. Okay, so he said that passes were not in the correct direction. Then he said my jumpers not falling, my dribbles not sure. Means everything was just wrong, nothing was correct. everything was wrong. Not even his plan, not even his strategies, nothing was working that time. Then my hand is not steady, my eye is not pure. My eye is his hand is not steady means his hands were trembling because of pressure, right? And then because of pressure, and also his ego was hurt. I must add this, his ego was hurt because from the beginning the concept was he is the best. Now, when someone, you can say greater, better came, he was not able to tackle that person. So that is why his ego was hurt. He was under pressure. And then what happened? He said that my hands were trembling and my eye is not pure. This means that now what he started doing, he started finding faults in everyone else. According to him, this wasn't his mistake, this was the mistake of everyone else. Let us see whom he blamed. Whenever this happens with us also, whenever we are not able to perform the way we wanted to, we start putting blames on others, right? If you are not able to get good marks, you will start putting blames, you will blame others. This is because of this person, this is because of this person, maybe your friend, that my friend disturbed me every time, that is why I am not able to get good marks, right? Maybe your teachers, I am not able to understand what the teacher was saying. Maybe your parents, they didn't ask me to sit and concentrate and study. What we do these things, we start blaming others, we start finding faults in others instead of correcting ourselves, right? So same started with the poet. He said that it wasn't my fault, he said that the fault is my teammates. They don't understand. He said that when they were not able to catch, take that pass, it wasn't my mistake. My passes were good. It was the fault of my teammates that they were not able to understand what I was trying to say. Okay, then he said the fault he said that the fault is my coaches. What a terrible plan. Then he considered that first fault was his teammates, second was of his coaches. He said that they haven't planned it accordingly, their plan was not good, their plan failed. Okay, so he said that it was the fault of my coach. Then he said that the fault is the call by the blind referee. He was so desperate, you can say he was so egoistic that he was not able to take that defeat, and he said that it is not my fault. And then he said the fault was of the referee was blind, he wasn't able to see. That is why he was at the fault, he gave all the wrong decisions. Okay, but the fault is not mine, I am the greatest, you see. He said that the fault is not mine, I am the greatest. Why he said so? Because he had heard these things from the beginning. So he said that fault is not mine, it is of my teammates, my coach, because their plan was useless, failed strategies. And then he said the fault was of of referee. No, the referee was not blind. He gave him that adjective. Why? He said that the referee was not able to see. You can relate to this. You also say this. They were not able to see how well I performed. That is why I got second position, third position, or no position at all. Right? We never appreciate the person, or we never appreciate the team that comes first. We start blaming. Judges were not correct. Then their performance was not at all good. I was the best. I don't know why I didn't get any position. Then what happened? Then finally, it hit me when I started to see that the face in the mirror looked exactly like me. Then, when he started thinking, when he was relaxing, he started thinking about his game, about everything. That time he realized that it wasn't anybody else's fault. He said that the fault was mine, right? He said that it was my mistake. He said that the face in the mirror looked exactly like me. Means he said when I tried to see the person at fault, he finds out that it was no one else, but it was he. Okay, and then it wasn't my teammates who were dropping the ball, and it wasn't my coach shooting bricks at the wall. He said that nobody else was at the fault, not my teammates. They were not dropping the ball. My passes were not correct, right? And then he said that it wasn't my coach. He was just trying to protect me. He was his strategy was good. He was awesome, but I was not able to execute his plan, right? And then he said that the face in the mirror that was always so great, had some room for improvement instead of just hate. He said that face in the mirror means his own shadow. He said that that face, whom he considered the greatest, always the best, was not at all best. There was some space to improve. There was some room to improve. There was some scope of improvement in that space also, in that perfect person also, right? So that time he said that. So from that time onwards, from that point of time, so I stopped blaming others and I started to grow. My play got much better and it started to show. He said that from that time onwards, I stopped blaming others. What he started doing, he started improving himself. He started improving his own game. And what happened? This he said that this can be this can be seen in his game. As when he started to stop blaming others and started improving, from that point of time, his game also improved. Then he said, and all of my teammates didn't seem quite so bad. When he lost the match at that time, he was considering that his teammates were bad, not good. But as soon as he realized his mistake, he started finding faults in himself or he started improving himself. From that point of time, he realized that it wasn't the mistake of his teammates. It was his teammates were not at all bad. They all are good. I learned to depend on the good friends I had. From this is also very important. You must have good friends. Those who will not focus on your strengths only, the ones who will tell you your weaknesses. If they will keep on telling you that yes, you are good, you are best, no need to improve, how you would improve? You cannot improve if nobody is going to guide you, right? When teachers guide you, sometimes you feel bad. Yes, why are they saying so? हमने तो जो किया, we have done it in the best proper way, but why the teacher is not considering that, why the teacher is saying so, not motivating me? That time the teacher is actually considering your weaknesses and your strengths, both things, right? Same with your parents. When your parents call you, don't do this thing like this or stop doing this thing and focus on doing this, that time also you feel bad, why they are stopping us, why they are not saying that we are the best. Then your friends, few friends, they make you realize your weaknesses, they point out your weaknesses, but what you stop talking to them, you don't consider them your friends, right? Then what happened, he said, now I like myself better since I started to see that I was lousy being great and I'm much better being me. He said that as soon as I stopped blaming others and started improving, from that point of time, he said that I started liking myself. Right? He said I started liking myself. Why? Because confidence was there now. As he was improving continuously, he was learning something new. And then he said that when he was great, that time he was terrible. He never used to listen anybody, he never used to listen anybody, he just considered himself the best, the person, the without any scope of any kind of improvement. But as soon as he realized that yes, he can also improve, he said that I started finding myself better, I started liking myself because it was great. It was better to be me. Means if you just me, the title of the poem, just me. If you are being yourself, honest with, if you are honest with yourself, right? Because you are the one who knows all your mistakes and your flaws, right? Nobody else can know you that much well, not even your parents, not even your teachers, not even your friends. It is you who can change yourself if you accept your mistakes, if you accept yourself the way you are. And when you start loving yourself the way you are, and you always find that yes, there is some space to improve. Yes, there is some scope to improve. You don't consider yourself best. Yes, it is good to consider yourself best, but always have some space, have some scope to improve. Don't think that yes, now you there is no need to improve. There is no need of any kind of improvement. You always need improvement, right? Improvement is must. Okay, so that's all about the poem. Can anyone tell me the theme of this poem? If you have understood this poem, if you have understood this poem, can anyone tell me the theme of this poem? Anjali, that is what I am asking. Same question. Yes, Punya, just be yourself. Just be yourself in a positive way. Yes, Harman. Okay, Harman, just wait. I'll unmute you. Wait, Harman. Yes, Harman.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the theme of this poem should be a doubtful boy.
Doubtful poem. How?
Ma'am, because ma'am, the people were as a sense of good. Ma'am, people were saying no, were not saying truth about him, and they were only saying that you are the best. And the boy was no boy didn't knew about his. Difficult about his bad sorry about his difficulties, where he is lacking.
Okay, but don't you think that it is about you means about yourself? About if I talk about, I'm talking about myself, it is about me. This poem is about me. If I know myself, then I can improve. If I don't know myself, if I believe others, if I keep on believing others that yes, if they are saying so, then yes, I am like this only. Then don't you think that that is not a good thing? How can you believe someone else when you are the one who knows inside out, you can say?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, theme of this poem is that ego is not good. Everyone needs improvement at some point. Yes, who has written this? Anvay is saying love yourself. Paramjit is saying theme of this poem. Yes, Paramjit, correct. Bhavika is saying okay. Bhavika, just wait. Anjani, we should have the spirit of improving because practice makes the man perfect. Okay, yes, it is that we are the Karan is saying we are only who can change ourselves. Yes, yes, it is. You can say you are the drivers. You are the drivers of your own life, your own reputation, your own character. Nobody else can mold you. Yes, they can contribute, others can contribute, the teachers they can contribute, the parents they can contribute, your friends can contribute, but ultimately it is just up to you. When you will realize your true self, when you will stop believing that you are the best, means you have to believe, but always keep this thing in your mind that yes, I am the best, but still I have some scope to improve. And don't be egoistic ever. If someone is telling you that you are the best, don't think that you cannot improve now. Okay, Avni is saying the theme of the poem is that we should never develop ego in ourselves. Yes, we should always think that we aren't perfect and we can learn some more. Yes, means always give space for improvement. If you have written one answer, you got 4 marks. That is good. Means 4 out of 4. But still try to add other things. Yes, definitely you will not get 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 marks, but still when you will improve, this will help you in other writing skills also. Okay, so keep improving. Yes, Akul. Wait, Akul, time is also running. Just wait. I'll unmute you and try to do the summary. Exercise A1 yourself. Okay, Akul, be quick.
Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, the theme of the poem Just Me by Tom Krause is about excelling in life and just being yourself. This poem is about the development of being a player and person. Poem tells tells about a person and player who don't have ego or pressure. He says that such persons can't excel in their life. In order to get success and excel in their life, they need to erase the pressure and jealousy in their mind.
Yes, correct. When you are jealous, when you are under pressure, you cannot perform well. That is correct. So it is better to perform well. Okay. So now I think this is all about this poem. And I have more themes. Pari is saying the theme of the poem is about the excelling in life. Yes, it is about excelling in life and accepting your mistakes also. Don't forget writing this. It is about excelling and accepting your mistakes. And then the theme of the poem is to accept yourself as is and not make unnecessary changes just to fit in the society. Yes, accept yourself. Punya, it is good to